Hey, Shalom family. At this time, this is a very important video going out to all the males of YAHDAH. At this time in the United States, all the ones I witnessed that carry this title as king. I'm gonna give you some information on brothers at this time that you may understand the words of Yah, bro, because it's very important that you know what you do and stay in the orders of Yah, or you could bring danger upon yourselves, brothers. Because this word king in Hebrew is Malik. Or if you talk about Yah, the great king, is Melech. Melech, the great king, the sovereign over all the earth. I'm going to read you some scriptures because if you're referring to yourself as a king when you use this title as this per se one of the lesser kings like they have in the New Testament, King of Kings, so you one of the lesser kings, you out of order because the New Testament is false and out of order. You're going to see that with this video. We must understand the words of Yah, brothers and sisters. Because to apply yourself as a king, you saying, Abba Yah ordained you as king, and you came before him face to face. And that is not true when you hear the scriptures. Because I know what you people insinuate when they say they are king from the New Testament. They're looking at as if they will be a king one day. Brother and sister. You're going to see our order is not that way of the New Testament and of the false Messiah they claim to be King of Kings. You can see the only order is that is established one person, the Melech, the king, the great king, Yah, is the only one ever will be over all what you call kings, rulers of the earth, forever. We're going to see the role as Malik, as king, as one will be a king of Yada, his role. And what was the king role always, who we refer to as the Messiah, the anointed of Yah. The kings are called the anointed of Yah. That's the only way one could be king. It's different if you have the word Malik in your name that describes a king, and is in reference to a king that are Yah anointed. That's different. We're gonna cover some of these things, brothers and sisters, and that you may understand these things. Because if you refer to yourself as a future king, so you went on and attacked your king, you're doing a great danger to yourself. You're in dishonor. You're in violations of the words of Yah. And I'm sure with that you may understand these things and know these things once and for all. Because when you read the real writings, you will see, and that I'm going to bear record to you as a witness today, that it's only going to be one Malik reign as a king. It's only going to be one Malik. In the English word we use is king. Malak. See, found under number 4427. This word Malik, Malak, is found on the Hebrew number 4427, which means reign as a king and make one a king. So we'll use this word Malik in Hebrew. 4428, Melech is Melek, is referring to Yah, the sovereign king, the great king. And we're going to read about the great king. So when you say Melech, we refer to Yah. When we say Malik, we refer to one who has been appointed as king. The Hebrew word for king is Melech. That means one that has been appointed. He reigns as a king. Make one a king. So keep that in mind. If you refer yourself as a king of YAHDAH, or one of the kings of YAHDAH, you are a fake king and kings. Because I see many people tagging themselves with this title, king. And so we have also, you don't want to be like this pagan god, the shameful king, the one, the word is Molech. Molech. See, 44:32. They're saying Molech. See, we're trying to refer to Molech as a great king. Actually, Yah himself. That's what they're trying to say. This Molech is Yah. That's further from the truth. 44:32 you find under Molech, pagan god, a shameful king. So now also we have under number 44, the Hebrew number 44:41, 44:41, Malkiyah, which means king is Yah. See, Malkiyah is King Yah. That's a permissible compound word name to have. Malkiyah, because you're not referring to yourself as king. Malkiyah, king is Yah. And then we have under number 44:32, Melchizedek, which they call Melchizedek. Hebrew is Melchizedek. King is righteous. See? The king is righteousness. See? In some word they have, the king is just. The king is righteous. You see? You read it, depending you read it right to left. But the king is righteous. Melchizedek. Melchizedek. So keep that in mind. Just like the next one gonna be appointed as the Hebrew, the king over the 12 tribes. His name gonna be, you find that in Jeremiah 23, Yahshua. Yah is our righteousness. So with that, I'm doing this, brothers, because if you are one of them, one of those who call themselves a king and look at themselves as being a future king, because I know we say that a lot among our people. I don't say no more, we call ourselves kings and queens. It's not, everybody will not be a Malik. There's only going to be one, and the scripture established that. See, when you go and tamper with a book not of Yah, you see it always contradicts the words of Yah, like the New Testament, King of Kings. So a person would look, Lord of Lords and Kings of Kings, straight falsehood. That's not even of Yah, especially among the Hebrew people, because it's not going to be many kings. There's only going to be one king at a time that reign on the throne of Dawid, that come from his lineage. Only one. And with that, brother and sister, I do this to help my brothers, that you may understand, if you're using that title, Malik or king, which is the same thing, one who reigns as a leader, if you use that title and apply it to yourself, you're under condemnation. Because I'm going to give you the orders. I know you did that in ignorance, but now I'm going to give you the words of Yah that you may understand these things. That's why those who use that title, I'm gonna look at you as shameful, like a Molech, pagan god, trying to steal honor from Yah, because we must work in the orders of Yah, brothers and sisters. So I'm gonna start us off from chapter 44. Excuse me, brother. 47, chapter 47 of Psalms, verse 1 to 9. I'm reading this once again from the Living Bible at this time, paraphrased by the public company Tinsdale. 47, chapter 47 of Psalms read, it said, come everyone and clap for joy, shout triumph and praise to Yah, which is hallelujah. For Yah, the Barak, who is the creator, is above all Elohims. You see that? Or you can say the word gods, the modern term they translated, substituted the word Elohim for is gods. So say Barak, who is the creator, is above all Elohim, or you can say God, is awesome beyond words. He is the great king of all the earth. You see that? It's right there for all to see. He is the great Melech. In Hebrew, we'll say he's the great Melech of all the earth. So he's the great Melech of all the earth, the great king. He subdued the nations before us and will personally select his choicest blessings for his Yahudim people. So keep that in mind. The very best for those he loves, see? It said Barah has ascended with a mighty shout, with trumpets blaring. Sing out your praise to Al Barah, our king, see, our Melech. Yes, sing your highest praise to our Melech, who is king, the Melech of all the earth. You see, he is the king of all the earth. It's a sing thoughtful praises. He reigns above the nations, seated on his Kodesh throne. You see that? When that third temple be built, and he reign and be sitting on that throne, he gonna show his power. See, a lot of people don't think he got power. They're gonna say, "Oh, he not reigning over all the people there," but you gonna see his mighty power when he revealed himself. He said, "The Gentile rulers of the world have joined with us in praising him, praising Barah of Abraham, for the battle shields of all the armies of the world are his trophies. He is highly honored everywhere." See, when this time comes, these are prophecies that are going to take place, brothers and sisters. See, the nation rulers going to turn one day and praise Yah and join in with us. Not right now, but when that day comes, when they be humble, you're going to see these things in your time if you live this, if you live. Okay, Psalm chapter 1, verse 14. I must read all it because it's all important. It says, how great is Yah? How much we should praise him. He lives upon Mount Zion in Yashalon. You keep that in mind. What a wonderful sight. See, Mount Zion rising north of the city, high above the plains for all to see. Mount Zion. Keep that in mind. Wonderful of all the earth, the wonder of all the earth, the residence of the great king. You see? See, the great king, the supreme king is Yah, the great Melech, supreme Melech. It said Barah himself is the defender of Yah Shalom. The kings of the earth have arrived together to inspect the city. See, they're coming to check it out. They marvel at the sight and hurry home again, and afraid of what they have seen. See, when they see this place, and they are filled with panic like a woman in travail. For Barah destroys the mightiest warships with a breath of wind. He said, we have heard of the city honor, the city of Al-Barah, the commander of our armies of heaven. And now we see it for ourselves, and Barah has established Yashalom forever. You see these things that are going to come to pass? 9. Yah, here in your temple, we meditate upon your kindness and your love. Your name is known throughout the earth. You see that? O Barah, you are praised everywhere for the salvation you have scattered throughout the world. O Yashalom, rejoice, O people of YAHDAH. Rejoice, for Barah will see to it that you are finally treated fairly. You see that? Go and inspect the city. Walk around and count her many towers. Note her walls and towers, her palace, so that you can tell your children. For this great Barah is our Barah forever and ever. He will be our guide until we die. You see that, brothers and sisters? As I go to Jeremiah chapter 29 to show you some deep things of Yah. I had to establish that to show you Yah is the great Melech, the great king of all the heathen kings, all the Gentile kings. You see that? But you see how they try to twist it? He the King of Kings, Lord of Lord. So our people gonna think there gonna be many kings in Yaakov family that popping up everywhere. That's nonsense, brothers and sisters. He was talking about he the king over all the kings, and that's how they add it. See, they always in the New Testament they always make a reference to their false Messiah as equal to Yah. And that's why people get confused when they jump back the book to the first book, then to the counterfeit book. They get confused because things that apply to Yah, they keep applying it to their false Messiah. And that's what you have did, the great confusion. When people start looking at these things and start seeing these things, now which one is it? That applies to Yah. Now they're saying it applied to him. Now they co-equal. I'll be out plain to tell you in the writings, there's no co-equal to him. Let me get to Psalm 29, brothers. Not Psalm. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 8 to 24. Yes, I got to read all of that, brothers. It's that important that I read all this at this time. So I'm going to get right into it. It's chapter 29, verse 8 of Jeremiah. His real name is Yah. Reads, it's a Yah of hosts, the Barah of Yezreel, Yah, says, don't let the false prophets and mediums who are there among you fool you. You see that? Don't listen to the dream that they invent. For they prophesy lies in my name. I have not sent them, says Yah. And the truth is this. You will be in Babylon. See, I want to stop right there for a minute. The prophet of Yah came to the king to tell him these things. You see, the prophets are Yah's spokesmen of that day. I'm not talking about people now claiming themselves the prophets. They don't know Yah. I'm talking about the people back then. And he was telling them the false prophet was coming to the king I'm going to read verse 1 real quick. It said, um, your Kaniah, the king, after, okay, Yakanah, let me see, no, I believe it's your Kaniah, the king, and the queen mother, and the court officials, and the tribal officers, and chief men have been deported to Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar. Jeremiah wrote them a letter from Yashalom, addressing it to the Hebrew leaders, Shaquin, to see and praise. I mean, excuse me, and priests and prophets, and to all the people. He sent letters with Elisha, the son of Shaphan, and Gemariah, son of Hilkiah, when they went to Babylon as King Zedekiah ambassadors to Nebuchadnezzar. And this is what the letter said. Yah of hosts, the Barak of Yezreel, Yah sends this message to all the captives he has exiled to Babylon from Yah Shalom. So keep this in mind. Build homes and plan to stay and plant vineyards, for you will be there many years, which was 70 years. It said, marry and have children, and then find mates for them, and have many grandchildren. Multiply, don't dwindle away, and work for peace. It said, and work for the peace and prosperity of Babylon. That was in that place. It said, pray for her. For if Babylon has peace, so will you. You see that? That was talking about that time. We live in a different times now, brothers and sisters, so don't get your mind twisted on that. That was the prayer went out then. That was Abiyah was telling them to make peace for themselves, pray for peace for Babylon, and they would get peace. But now this Babylon went too far. Ain't gonna be no peace for this Babylon. Abiyah already said that this Babylon gonna be punished severely. So let me read. It said, and Yah of hosts, the Barak of Yezreel, Yah say, don't let the false prophets, the mediums who are there among you, fool you. See, he was telling them this while they was in Babylon. This message went out from Jeremiah to tell them this. See, while they was in Babylon, they got false prophets. Like just like we're in Babylon, in every place all over the earth, we got false prophets among us and mediums who are there among you, fool you. See, we got many people. I see it all over YouTube. I see it all over, especially on Facebook, how our brothers saying we got many people fooling our people that bringing forth confusion. And all this confusion comes from the New Testament. It said, don't listen to the dream that they invent. See, that's why those who have dreams, I had a dream, and they start telling people they dream. I don't want to hear you all the time. Right there, you put a bad taste. I mean, I have no desire to listen to people start telling me about their dreams, especially when they relate to Yah in the scriptures. It said, don't listen to the dreams that they invent, for they prophesy lies in my name. See, even people use Abiyah names. Name, not names, but name. Like today, I see so many people using Abiyah name today, but lying all over Facebook. Just like it's all over their face. They lying. All in everybody else's face. It said, for they prophesy lies in my name, posing and everything. I see it on Facebook, the shamefulness of the women and men. Yeah, you know, trying to worry about their image, flexing muscles and all. Not a bit of righteousness, not a bit of a sign of showing that you are humble people to yourself first, and to your nation second, and number one Abiyah, then the second, third, and fourth to the last to the nation, and for a light of repentance. I mean, at this time, our people should have shameful faces and better to be humble, because we getting the beat down. Now people out here partying, telling people, about going to movies and football games and all these things, entertaining themselves while they watching the entertainers take their money. So these are the facts. Let me keep reading. So I have not sent them, says Yah. The truth is this. See, even Babylon, even in captivity, our people did this before. We had lying prophets, everything. All this, it goes with the lying prophets come out of the land, get kicked out the land, and take their same craft right into captivity. And don't you think that? Do you not think the same thing goes on today? Yes, it does. Big time, even worse. Let me keep reading. You say you will be in Babylon for a lifetime, but then I will come and do for you and all the wonderful things I have promised, and bring you home again. For I know the plans I have for you, says Yah. See, y'all know his own plans, what he have for his nation, his people. And they are the plans for greatness and not for evil. See, they are plans for righteousness and not for evil. To give you a future of a, excuse me, slow down. To give you a future and a hope. See, in those days when you pray, I will listen. And you will find me when you seek me, if you look for me in honesty. See, it's very important. You see, in those days you will find, if you seek him, if you look for him in honest, you got to be honest looking for Yah. You can't think you know Yah and above Yah. You got to be honestly looking for him, brothers and sisters. It said, yes, says Yah, I will be found by you, and I will end your slavery and restore your wealth and gather you out of all the nations where I sent you and bring you back home again to your own land. It said, but now because you accepted the false prophets among you and say Yah has sent them. See, this went on in Babylon. And the same similitude is going on today. I will send war, famine, and plagues upon the people left here in Yashalom, or your relatives who were not exiled. You see that? To Babylon. So still talking about all the events that took place then. But comparison to now, then it's gonna start going into the now. So let me read it. It said, I will send war of famine and plagues upon the people left here in Jerusalem, see, because all of their sins, on your relatives who were not exiled to Babylon, and on the king who sat on David's throne. You see? Remember the order? It always gonna be a king that sat on David's throne. So I want you to listen to these you pop-up kings that call yourself king today and think you one of the little kings and not been appointed by Yah, not came before Yah. You don't understand Yah, but you're gonna understand if you listen to this whole video. The next king, they're gonna be the one king that you're gonna understand plainly is going before Yah face to face in person, not in no dream. I saw him in a vision. I read the scripture, and Abiyah declared me king. Falsehood. We're going to reject you. The reborn nation of Yahda will reject you and move you out the way if Abiyah tell us. So these are the facts right here. It's on the king, and you're going to get embarrassed and it'll be ashamed every step of the way and be pointed out, and you're going to be mocked. Everyone got that title as king and think they one of the little kings. You're going to be mocked and shamed, both self. So it's right here. It's on the king. Let me go back up. On your relatives who were not exiled to Babylon, and on the king. See, keep it listen. On the king who sat on David's throne. We're talking about in Yad. There's only one throne. There's only one king that reigned in Yad. Not multiple kings that run the nations, the nation, but only the king who sits on David's throne and make him like rotten figs. You see this? You see the king. You see the king You see the king that sat on David's throne. So on the king who sat on David's throne and make them like rotten figs, too bad to eat. And I will scatter them around the world. In every nation where I place them, they will be cursed and hissed and mocked at. You see that? You see what occurred to the last king. Don't you know this king type is the Messiah? This is what occurred to the last Messiah. Because they listened to the lying prophets, but not listen to the real prophets of Yah. Let me read it. For they refused to listen to me, though I spoke to them again and again through the prophets. You see that? You see what obviously this Messiah, this called you as a Messiah. A Messiah don't even compare to Yah, and the Messiah must listen to Yah through the prophets. So it's the order of the Messiah. That is a king. See, it's a strict order, brothers and sisters, that you must understand about a Messiah that he must follow, a king. He said, in every nation who placed them, they will be cursed and hissed and mocked. For they refused to listen to me, though I spoke to them again and again through my prophets. He said, therefore, listen to the words of Barak, all you Yahudim captives. See? Over there in Babylon, Yah of hosts, the Barak of Yezreel Yah, said this about your false prophets. Ahab, son of Koliah, and Zedekiah, son of Messiah, who are declaring lies to you in my name. You see what the prophets of YAHDAH done? Declaring lies, and we got many people proclaiming to be prophets, hearing the words of Yah today, declaring their lies among the Yahudim people. And you're going to know who you are when I'm finished with this video that declared these lies. And I'm talking about saying the Messiah came. You're going to know who you are, that you fit this category. It said, look, I am turning them over to Nebuchadnezzar to execute publicly. You see that? He turned the liars over at that time to be executed because of what they've done. Bringing falsehood to the king and to the people. Because a king is the one that leads the people of Yah, that govern the people of Yah. But when things get out of line, all of Yah was sin, and the king supposed to get his advice from the prophets. If need be, the prophets all of Yah have to use a prophet. But during the time before they sent the prophet, it was the priest. But see, when the king, you call this king, the Messiah, and priests get out of hand, all of Yah will raise up a prophet to get them in line. These are the words of Yah. See, all of Yah had to cast off some messiahs in time past. So let me find my place again, brothers and sisters. I read that. And say to, okay, let me go up, down. It said, for these men have done a terrible thing. Let me go back up. It said, execute publicly by Nebuchadnezzar, which is was the king of Babylon that reigned over the earth at that time. So right here, 22 said, their fate shall become proverbial of all evil. See, a proverb of all evil. So that whenever anyone wants to curse anyone, excuse me, so whenever someone wants to curse someone, he will say, y'all make you like Zedekiah and Ahab, whom the king of Babylon burned alive. See, because we got people want to curse people and curse people to death and put sickness in. I say, Father, let that be far from me. I never want to curse nobody. Only thing I can do is just repeat the words of Yah and say, you will bring this upon yourself if you walk in this way. That's what I tell you. If I don't see it in the scripture, I can't tell you nothing. Because then we'll be just like these people, Zedekiah and Ahab, whom the king of Babylon burned alive. For these men have done a terrible thing among my people. You see that? That's a terrible thing, brothers and sisters, when you lie and say, Abiyah said this, Abiyah said that. And that's why we know we got Abiyah mercy, because we all preach just about the New Testament. And saying Abiyah said this, Abiyah said that. And see, this was the one that put this information there done unto us. But it's Abiyah knew what they done, so it's Abiyah mercy that cover us. But once you know these things and hear these things and turn not away from these things, you don't know what you can bring on yourself, brothers and sisters. That could be terrible. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's all I got to say on that. I'm giving you the words now so you can check yourself. It said they have committed adultery. It said, for these men have done terrible things among my people. They have committed adultery with their neighbors' wives, and have lied in my name. See, had lied in my name. I know, for I have seen everything they do, says Yah. See, y'all see, he watch over, remember, he say he watch over his house, brother. Each and every one of us, we've been watched over. You don't have to worry about the enemy watching over you. I'm talking about the supreme one himself, the ultimate, the ancient one of days. Barak, Yah himself. It says, say this to Shemaiah, the dreamer. You see how these people even had Abiyah name in it. It don't make it. There's many people got Abiyah name. I see women with Abiyah name flexing their muscles on Facebook, looking like a man. I see that, brothers and sisters. It doesn't matter. And men do the shameful acts as well. I'm not picking on the women, but I'm telling you what I see as a witness of Yah. Verse 25, 29, 25 of Jeremiah, Yarim Yah. It says, Yah of hosts, the Barak of Yezreel Yah, say, you have written a letter to Zephaniah, son of Meshaiah, the priest, and sent copies to all the other priests and to everyone in Yah Shalom. 26. And in this letter, you have said to Zephaniah, Yah has appointed you to replace Yahudah as priest in Yah Shalom. And it is your responsibility to arrest any madman who claims to be a prophet. You see that? And to put him in the stocks and collar. Why haven't you done something about this false prophet, Yeremiah of Anathoth? For he is written, see, they try to call him a false prophet. For he has written to us here in Babylon, saying that our captivity will be long, and that we should build permanent homes and plan to stay many years. See, permanent home means continuous, not forever. Permanent means continuously homes and plan to stay many years. That we should plant fruit trees, for we will be here to eat the fruit from them for a long time to come. That was 70 years. I wasn't planning to go that far, but I went up and read that far anyway. So all these things are important, brothers and sisters, as I want to show you the orders of Yah and how Abiyah removed Yah, the kings of Yah, and how he did it the last time. See, when the king turned from Yah, with the messiahs, when they turned from Yah and started listening to the false prophets or the priests or the other nations, Abiyah had to remove them. So I'm gonna read a little bit from chapter 30 of Yeremiah, verse 18, verse 18 to 22 at this time. And it reads, but say, but say, but say, Yah, when I bring you home again from your captivity and restore your wealth, Yashalom will be rebuilt upon her ruins. The palace will be reconstructed as it was before. The city will be filled with joy and great thanksgiving, and I will multiply my people and make them a great and honored nation. And their children shall prosper as in Dawi reign, and their nation shall be established before me. Keep these things to heart. And I will punish anyone who hurts them. And they will have their own ruler again. You see that? You see that? When Abiyah said he reestablished us in our own home, when he brings us back into our own home again, he said, but 18, but I say, Yah, when I bring you home again from your captivity and restore your wealth, see our possessions. When you go down to 21, let me read 20, part of 20. I will punish anyone who hurt them. They will have their own ruler again. You see that? You see our own ruler again? We'll have our own king again. And let me keep reading. At that time, many scriptures prophets say that when we get home, that's when we get our ruler. That's when we have our king, our Malik, our Messiah, anointed of Yah again. Let me read it. 21. And they will have their own ruler again, and he will not be a foreigner. See that? So we know our ruler will not be a foreigner, and I will invite him to be a priest. See, now I'll be inviting this ruler, to be a priest as well at my altar, and he shall approach me. See, this one, when we get home, gonna approach Yah. For who will dare to come unless I invite? See? You see what I'm saying? I didn't invite you, brother, to him. You can't approach him. That was the old people call themselves kings. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because there's only one gonna be appointed. And you're gonna see that. It said, and he shall approach me, for who would dare come unless I invite? And you should be my people, and I will be your bara. You get that, brothers and sisters? And that's what Abiyah say right there as I go to Ezekiel chapter 37. See, so keep that in mind. We're going to have our own ruler again. He's going to come before Abiyah, and Abiyah going to make him a priest. So keep that in mind when we get home. So this telling you when, if you listen to my videos, the Kodesh highway to Zion, there we must travel that road to see your king, your Messiah. And he's going to come before Abiyah, and Abiyah going to point him and also make him priest. So chapter 37 of Ezekiel. Chapter 15 to 28, and it reads. Chapter 37, verse 15 to 28, and it reads. Again, a message from Yah came to me saying, now this to the prophet Ezekiel, take a stick and carve on it these words. This stick represents YAHDAH and her allied tribes. See, YAHDAH and her allied tribes are, who is her allied tribe? Benjamin, Levi. And a few members for each other tribe. It said, then take another stick and carve on these words. This stick represents all the other tribes of Yah. See the northern kingdom? Now hold them together in your hand as one stick. Tell these people, behold, tell these people holding the sticks so that they can see what you are doing. And Yahbarah say, I will take the tribes of Yah and join them to YAHDAH and make them one stick in my hand. You see that? You see who are referenced. That's why I said we got to use all this organization titles. We are of the tribe of YAHDAH. And then we must come back and symbol with Yah and all the other tribes. And make them one stick in my hand. You see that? Showing the unification. It's if Yahbarah say, I am gathering the people of Yah from among the nations. See? And bringing them home from around the world to their own land. To unify them into one nation. You see that? You see the unification, how we got to come together and be one nation? Our people don't take this to heart and serious, brothers. So our people got all kinds of games. I see all kinds of people talking about preparing for schools and all of these things in the land. You never want to go home because you've been lied to. Let me finish, then you're going to know why you've been lied to, why we never had no king that came and did anything for us. Since the time we've been put out, been excommunicated from Yah. So let me read, let me keep reading, brothers and sisters. 21, he said, for Yahbarah said, I am gathering the people as Yah from among the nations and bringing them home from around the world to their own land, to unify them into one nation. It said, one king shall be king of them all. You see that? What I just read in Yorim Yah said the same thing. One ruler going to be placed over us. One king, one Malik. One Malik. We're going to have one Malik over us. See, it's dangerous, brother, for y'all to walk around with them titles. But them titles not dressing and they're not dressing the one. We're going to have not multiple, not in YAHDAH, not in Yaakov, not under the 12 tribes. We're going to have many kings reigning at one time. We're going to have one. It's right here. These are the real words of Yah. Let me read it. When the two nations become one, YAHDAH and Yah become one. Let me go back and find my place once again, bro. I did it again to myself. 21. For Yahbarah said, I am gathering the people of Yah, or you can say the tribe, I like to use the word tribes of Yah from among the nations and bring them home from around the world to their own land, to unify them into one nation. One king. Mark these words in verse 22 of chapter 37. And take it to heart, brothers, all the ones that are calling themselves kings. And you insinuate that because of the New Testament writings saying King of Kings and Lord of Lords, so you think you're going to ride around and walk around with the Messiah as a under king. That's false. So that's all fabricated. Follow the real words of Yah, brothers and sisters, right here. It's plain and simple. It said one king should be king of them all. You see, one king will be king of who all? All the 12 tribes. One king. If you understand what took place at the time when Solomon lost the kingdom, when Solomon died, see, the great sin he done when he disobeyed Yah by marrying all these foreign wives, and they turned his heart away from Yah. He said, not in your lifetime, Solomon, but in your son's lifetime, I'm going to divide the kingdom. And that's when it came into two kingdoms. And each nation, each kingdom had a king. That's the only time when we have dual kings. Because remember, Yah never wanted a king anyway. Because he wanted us to look to him as the sovereign, Malek, the supreme king of all the kings of the nations. Not among us, so then it came to fight after that point among kings of the two nations, and the other king wanted to dethrone the other king. and sit on David's throne and take over David's throne. That's what the big fight was all about, brothers and sisters. That's why, if you got all these kings out here flourishing, that's why we can't get together. You don't understand what's going on, brother. That's when they gave you that confusion with kings of kings. Now you got all these kings, so everybody got all of these different groups. Everybody will be a ruler. It don't work that way, and you will never come together as a nation. I mean, I'll kill you first to everybody understand the real plans of Yah. What I'm giving you now is the real plans of Yah. We have no king. And we're going to have to stop removing y'all ourselves, brothers and sisters, that call yourselves kings. Because we're going to get this order of Yah going by the will of Yah. If the nation don't do it, we're going to have to do it ourselves to eradicate you. We don't have no king right now. We ain't got nobody, no kings or queens. Because if you can't run around saying we got all these queens, the men going to think we got all these kings. We got no king right now. This is the plain order of Yah. The words through the prophet tell you about the king. We're going to have to get rid of you. You're running around calling yourself Moloch. And point to yourself as a little Moloch because you look into that false book, the New Testament. We're going to have to get rid of you, brothers, when you come close to us. That's a fact. Because we will never come together as one nation to go and meet Yah to unify with that stupidity. So you are the rebellion one y'all gonna remove out the way. And it's time he gonna remove you. You will never be able to walk on that Kodesh highway of Yah. Run around calling yourself a Moloch, a king of YAHDAH, or Yezreel Yah. You will never be, because hear the words of Yah and take this to heart, brothers. He said, one king shall be king of them all, and no longer shall they be divided into two nations. And they shall stop polluting themselves with idols, see, with Elohims, and their other sins. For I will save them from all this foulness, see, that they shall truly be my people, and I their Barah, see, their creator. And David my servant, the Messiah, shall be their king. You see that? And always going to be one king. And see, this king is the Messiah that come before Yah, like I read earlier, going to be appointed as priest. See, remember, so going to all sit one from the seed of David on the throne, and this one going to be called Yasiqua in Yerim Yah chapter 23, verse 1 to 5, 1 to 8. It said, David, my servant, the Messiah, shall be their king, their only shepherd. You see, their only shepherd. We're only going to have one leading the flock of Yah. No confusion with one. When you got multis, it's straight confusion. Everybody want to be the lead. Nobody want to listen to the other person. Oh, I'm a lead. That's why people got the organizations. You will never come together because you're going to fight. You're going to try to round up the people in your organization. Another organization rounding up people when we all of YAHDAH must go before Yah before we ever, and come one with the whole 12 tribes before we ever see this one that will reign over us all as king and priest. Brothers and sisters, you got to have this humbleness of Yah. If you don't have that humbleness, you're a rebel, and you're going to be taken out on that day of Yah. These are the facts of Yah right here, brothers and sisters. This is not a threat, but it's a fact, because these are the words of Yah without the sugar on it. It can be sweet if you love Yah. If you just obey Yah, it's going to be bitter than wormwood. So right here, let me read while I have a little bit more time. It says, and David, my servant, the Messiah. See, now you know who the servant of Yah. See, remember we talked about the servant. The scripture talk about my servant, and then you talk about Isaiah 53, my servant David, my servant David. is the only Messiah from his line we're going to have at that time when we all come back one. And we all know we're not one, so we have nobody reigning. It's going to be pointed then. There's no other. You can't put that stuff in the New Testament with this. Because I'll tell you the point of time. The David, my servant, the Messiah, shall be their king, their only shepherd, and they shall obey my laws and all my desires, all my plans. They got wishes, but plans. And they shall live in the land of Yezreel where their fathers live, the land I gave my servant Jacob. They and their children after them shall live there, and their grandchildren for all generations. And my servant David, their Messiah. You see, their Messiah, I tell you, bro, it's so plain, brothers and sisters. These people lied to us so freaking plain. Right here. The prophets make it so plain to you, brothers. So they make it so plain to you, they lied to us. It said, my servant David, their Messiah, shall be prince forever. And I will make a covenant of peace with them, an everlasting pact. And I will bless them and multiply them and put my temple among them forever. You see that? There's never been a time when Yah had a temple among us forever. See, this is probably talking about that. That is the one. No other, brothers and sisters. And I told you about the third temple. And how Yah going to take a seat there. And how the Malak going to come to him and be installed at that time when we all become one. That is the only Messiah we ever going to have. We have after, since the time we've been put out of the land. Because we've been punished. It's right here. Let me keep reading, brothers. And I will make my home among them. Yes, I will be their Barak, and they shall be my people. And when my temple remain among them, then the nations shall know that I, Yah, have set Yezreel apart for a special Barak. Barak, blessing, see? The nations going to know that. When Yah set his temple, all the nations going to know at that time. They ain't going to know until that time. When all of these things take place, brothers and sisters, what more can I say to you? If you reject the mighty words of Yah, when you come up to the wilderness for judgment, all you think you have done is going to be counted for nothing. It's only a person that can hear this whole video and still run out and call himself a king. I think they're going to be one of the lesser kings under the Messiah. But I'll tell you, it's only going to be one Moloch. In a time when it's going to be, when we back together. If you don't understand this simplicity, I can't help you so blind. Y'all not open your eyes. You're going to be the one of the ones that fulfill that prophecy, that the rebels going to be removed. With that, I say shalom.